We've got Denver playing against Utah. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge. Well, look out in this matchup. Clark, two teams that really run things through their big men down low.
And because of that, Kevin. I think we can expect this to be a physical and bruising kind of game. I mean, these teams really like to get it done inside. It's fun to see which team will be able to dominate the other in the area of physicality. This will be a thump and bump kind of game.
Now here's Camby. Pass to Anthony. Stolen by Kirilenko. The finish. Finishes the break with a slam.
That is just too easy for AK-47. He's a pro at knocking it down with force.
Anthony with it. Now Kirilenko defending. Now Martin. Camby down low. He's guarded by Williams. Camby good.
And it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Here's Williams. Rebound by the Nuggets. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, and that one, they just locked it down defensively. Challenged shots and really protected the rim.
Boy, I tell you what, I think you got to really appreciate the grit. Getting dirty, staying engaged. That's really what defense is all about.
Now here's Martin. After the miss from Darren Williams. Here's Camby, and slam dunk by Camby.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Now here's Williams. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Denver.
Yeah, but I like how he defended as well. You know, he got a couple blocks in that game and just an all-around great effort.
Just 4 to shoot. Good on the three-point shot.
Oh, deciding to take it himself. Normally Williams is looking for a teammate, but if the D gives him that good a look, Darren's got to take that shot.
Here's Anthony. A 29-point game for him in the win against Utah.
And he also made an impact on defense, guys. 3 block shots over the course of the game.
Carmelo Anthony showing you his passing skill there.
The Jazz have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Kirilenko with a screen on Miller. Here's Williams, and it's Darren Williams with the finish.
Just staying nimble inside. Williams manages to get around the contact.
Nuggets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Kirilenko against Anthony. Pass to Campbell. Now here is Miller to the middle. Here's Martin, and it's Denver scoring again.
Good to see Martin taking the aggressive path inside. He knows how effective he can be when he does that.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah. And it's Williams with the ball for Utah. They trail by 1.
Yeah, and last time out, they sort of shot themselves in the foot with the foul trouble. That was what led to them having such an ugly scoreline.
The foul trouble was a big chunk of it. I mean, it's hard to mount a comeback when all your key guys, your main players, are watching from the bench.
Camby. Oh, and the jam by Camby. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
Okur with the screen on Miller. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And, guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Now here's Camby. A 20-point game for him in the win against Utah.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off it.
And Boozer throws it down hard.
Some showmanship from Boozer, really making that one hurt.
Nuggets have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Anthony taking his time here. Driving to the basket. And Darren Williams pulls it down.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Okur with the screen on Anthony. Williams against Anthony. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Williams with a clean look. And Boozer throws it down.
Great work by Boozer on that play. A textbook pick and roll.
Denver trails by 3. Outside Anthony. Carmelo throws it down.
Wow. There's no shortage of style to Anthony's game. Give him the chance, and he'll put on a show.
Anthony against Kirilenko. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up.
Better safe than sorry, right?
Here's Buckner. His last outing, he had 8 points. And here's Anthony for 3. That one's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. Okur against Camby. Okur the pass to Boozer. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Kenyon Martin did not like that.
And there's a lot of strength behind Boozer's game, so the inside contact won't deter him.
Here's Buckner. Nothing on the board. Martin the pass to Camby. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Well, every team trying to still figure out, Greg, their playing time. At what point do you feel teams have an established rotation?
Depends on the team, Kevin. You figure you want some consistency not too far into the season.
He's off on the first.
Well, I tell you what, a long, intimidating defender who rebounds and blocks shots at a high rate can be. Gives you a ton of energy on the defensive end.
And he's good on the second. Utah leading by 4. Williams with the ball. 7 points in the game. Over Miller. The shot by Williams, no good. For Denver, they've gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Takes a 3, drills it from outside.
And just so sure of himself, like he just knew that was going in.
Jazz have gone 8 of 11 in the first quarter. They'll take that percentage any night. Now here is Kirilenko. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Denver.
And don't forget about the 4 blocks. Just a big all-around game, particularly on the defensive side. And that's the thing about Anthony. He can already score it any way you like.
And the Jazz call time here. It's been quite a game for Marcus Camby.
I mean, he's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Nene, he's checked in for Camby. Elson comes in for Martin. Johnson, he's checked in for Buckner. And Earl Boykins is subbed in for Andre Miller. Here's Williams. An easy 2 points on the layup. Williams has got 9.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Boykins kicks to Johnson. One-on-one fast break. Lays it up off the glass. Now it's a 3-point Jazz lead. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Utah.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
You know, points off turnovers is something else they've excelled in. I expect the opponent at least to try to squeeze that orange a little better.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Here is Miles. Pass to Ostertag. The Jazz working the ball around now. Here's Boykins. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Now, here is Humphries. Scoreless thus far. And pushing it up, here's Denver. That shot is no good. And he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Palacio. Rebound by Anthony.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Nene, the pass to Carmelo.
Oh!
Whoa!
Wow. Just wow. I mean, Anthony letting that creativity shine through on that finish.
Pick by Ostertag to the paint. 4 on the shot clock. And it's Ostertag with the jam.
And not much the defense can do about it when Ostertag goes up strong. A terrific finish.
Anthony down low, defended by Miles. And Anthony gets it to go. Anthony's got 8. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
And it's Boykins with the rebound. Denver in the lead. Johnson kicks to Anthony. Utah with the rebound.
Total embarrassment. I was shocked at how poorly they played. I think they were shocked.
Yeah, and you know, those losses really hurt when you can't get anything going your way, everything's going against you. Very frustrating.
And Denver has possession, following the bucket by the Jazz. 1:30 left to play in the first quarter. A floater. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
And people think of Anthony purely as a shooter, but the guy can make the slick pass when the opportunity presents itself.
Pass to Ostertag. Palacio guarded by Nene. Palacio. Rebound by Johnson.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Nene with the screen on Miles. Here's Boykins. Here's Elson, and he jams it with authority.
That is how you finish.
35 seconds left in the first quarter. Ostertag pass to Humphries. Just 5 to shoot. Palacio misses the deep three-point attempt. Now here's Nene. And there's the drive.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And so it's Denver, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We come back right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Here's Williams. Denver getting their last shot to go. Pass to Boozer. And now the Nuggets, fast break, rips down the breakaway slam.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Now here's Williams. With the floater, and it's good on the way in. Williams has got 11 points.
Oh, soft touch on the floater by Williams. A shot with a high arc to beat the defense.
Boozer against Miller. Over Boozer. Here's Camby, and slam dunk by Camby.
Well, I tell you what, the big guy knows how to do that. Throw it down.
Utah trails by 10. Outside Williams. Collins setting the big for Williams. Going inside, and then Williams slams it in.
And you're seeing Williams now catch fire, a capable scorer from all 3 levels on the floor.
Nene with the screen on Williams. Miller against Boozer. Nene the pass to Buckner. Back to Nene. 6 to shoot. Pass to Camby. Over Collins. Offensive rebound. Miller. And he converts the layup. Miller's got the lead up to 10 now for the Nuggets.
Nice job finishing inside. It's one of the strengths of Andre Miller's game. He knows how to operate in close.
Outside Kirilenko. Pass to Boozer. And the rebound goes to Nene. Denver leading by 10. And slam dunk by Camby.
Beautiful move to evade the defense that time, showing off nice handles.
For Utah, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Williams inside.
Oh, man.
Oh, look at the elevation. Williams literally leaping at the chance for a slam.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Out to the right wing. And stolen by Williams. All alone. And it's Deron Williams with the finish.
And you can see how opportunistic Williams is on the break. Very good at capitalizing in these spots.
Nene setting the pick for Miller. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
And the Jazz making a change here. Okoro's checked in. Utah calls timeout. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Miller against Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Okoro the screen from deep. The shot by Williams, no good. The Nuggets leading by 8. Here's Camby. It's hauled in by Williams. Pass to Boozer. Scored the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
With his build and touch, Boozer can be lethal inside. What a strong finish.
Here's Martin. This one for 3. The Nuggets with another miss. Williams inside. Denver grabs the miss. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. And slam dunk by Camby.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
It's good.
And Williams is very effective in that pick and roll. Superb at knifing passes through tight spaces in these sets.
Now here's Anthony. 8 points for him. And Boozer with the block.
And some aggressive defense from Boozer, just attacking that shot.
Oh, my goodness!
Oh, yeah.
What a play!
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
And I like it. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in there, but for me, I don't mind a little extra.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
And Boozer throws it down hard.
Not a guy you want to dunk over you. Boozer with a head of steam there, heading to the rim.
Now Anthony, right now checking his stats, he's averaging over 23 points a game. Martin against Williams. Here's Buckner. Oh, good with the triple.
and not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Pass to Boozer. And Boozer throws it down hard.
Exceptional finish from Boozer, just powering through the tough coverage.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Nuggets.
They have started this game looking to push the tempo, and it's working for them. Great job of scoring in transition.
Hey, I know analytics shuns the mid-range game, but I tell you what, these guys have the shooters that can knock them down, and they're making it pay tonight.
A big change to the playoff format, Greg. The first round is up to best of 7. It was best of 5.
Yeah, and no one is complaining about more playoff games. The intensity is incredible. But
yes, sir. Come on, bring it.
And Boozer is a gifted scorer. Between his jumper and low post moves, he's a major problem.
Here is Boykins. He's coming off a 10-point game against Utah. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Boykins has got his second basket. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Pass to Humphries. And here's Boozer. And Boozer throws it down.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Anthony against Humphries. High, arcing shot, and Anthony with the lay-in. Anthony's got 10 points in the game.
oh, what a pretty shot by Anthony, showing us how delicate he can be.
There's the drive. Boozer. And the dunk by Boozer.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficiently.
Now Boykins. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. And Boozer with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Boozer. And Utah making a change here. Miles is checked in. Eduardo Nahara checked in for the Nuggets. Johnson comes in for Buckner. Five on the clock. Puts up a deep 3. Here's Elson, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
Denver in the lead. Nahara dishes to Boykins. Pass to Nahara. Now here's Anthony. Shoots. Rebound, Utah. And here's Miles. Still without a basket. Beyond the arc. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Boy, he's knocking them down from deep.
A tight game here in Utah. And Denver has to take their first time out here. Nene, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Pass to Boykins. Nene, the screen. Boykins kicks to Nahara. 6 to shoot. Here's Elson. 6 points for him. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. .151 left now here in the second. Pass to Humphries, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Collins checked in for the Jazz. The Nuggets shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. Here is Boykins, Ostertag defending. Boykins passes to Nene. Shot clock at 6. The putback. And Nene slams it in.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
107 left in the first half.
Sticking with his shot despite the good defense.
First trip to the line for him here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. That one misses. Denver shooting in the second quarter right around 48%. Elson dishes to Nahara. To the middle. Pass to Boykins from downtown. They get it again. He makes the Johnny from the left block. He's got 8.
Crashes the boards and finishes the play. Love that motor.
Here's Humphries. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Nene, the screen. Driving inside. Basket counts. Boykins has got 4 points this quarter. Utah trailing here. Kiricek. He's guarded by Johnson. Here's the teardrop. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity gone awry.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Nuggets lead by 4. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. A fantastic game from Carlos Boozer in this one.
As impressive as the block totals are from him early on, they don't even tell the whole story. He's changed countless others.
Yeah, you know, he's been up in the air so often, he's been absolutely a pest on the defensive end.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And so Miller will bring it up for Denver. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. And he drives in, and Boozer with the block. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. Anthony down low, guarded by Kirilenko. 4 on the clock. Camby a screen on Williams. Miller outside. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Okura kicks to Williams. Boozer, a screen on Miller. Right side, Boozer. With the...
And nice take from the big fella. Boozer, I like seeing him put it on the floor there and attack.
Miller, the pass to Campbell. Martin, the screen. Here's Miller. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Outside, Kirilenko fires the 3. And the rebound goes to Martin. Nuggets have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Looks for Miller, gets it to him. Back to Martin. Pass to Anthony, launches it. Utah with the rebound. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. Over in the corner, Williams sinks the three-pointer. Williams has got 20 points.
And a decent threat from the outside arc. I like it whenever Williams takes these with confidence.
Martin with a screen on Williams. Here's Miller. Here's Camby. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. He's got 19, and not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail-biter.
Williams attacking. Mission incomplete. His 5th miss in 14 tries. And slam dunk by Camby.
Just a really good job there of finding the open man by Martin. Very unselfish play.
Williams with the ball. 20 points for him. Takes it inside. And it's Darren Williams with the finish.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Anthony kicks to Miller. There's the triple, and Boozer with the block. In transition, here come the Jazz. And he comes up with the deuce. And the Jazz lead by 1.
Oh, good touch from the interior. That's a high percentage shot.
Miller outside. Rebound, Utah.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Hits the mark. Camby with the block. Dives for it, and it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
Williams looking over the floor. Okura the screen. Williams attacking. Blocked again. Martin with it. Boozer picks him up. Martin with the bucket. Martin's got 6 points. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for Denver?
Great job by this team closing out, blocking a bunch of shots, and just a tremendous effort defensively.
The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
And it's been an exciting game. Both teams really fighting this one out.
And I tell you what, a recycle bin full of lead changes. It's been a game of major runs so far.
Outside Anthony. Looking to get back on track. Oh, my!
Wow!
Anthony just barreling through. No stopping him with a head of steam.
Williams from outside. Rebound by the Nuggets. Anthony's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Campbell. For the 3. Hodge, good. Hodge has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Fluid motion off the catch. That's a nice shot.
Okur with it. Now Boozer. Clock at 6. Back to Okur. Rejected by Campbell.
What an emphatic denial. I think he loved knocking that one away.
Outside Anthony. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Oh, there's some thunder in Carmelo Anthony. Watch out.
Utah trails by 6. Outside Williams. To halt the run.
Hey now! Hey now! Yeah! Flashing his athleticism with the big-time slam. That was special.
Anthony with it. Now Kirilenko defending. Pass to Campbell. Here's Hodge. Here's Martin. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Hey, despite the foul, Martin's still able to finish strong. That's just great effort.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And because he struggled with his free throw shooting so much last season, I thought he was hesitant at times to be aggressive. Wasn't looking to draw contact and was trying to avoid getting to the foul line.
Utah trails by 7. Six to shoot. There's a screen by Collins. And the rebound goes to Nene. Denver leading by 7. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
How about the power finish?
Jazz have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Here's Guracek. Drains it from beyond the arc. 8 points for him.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Denver making a switch here. Elson's checked in. Knocked loose. And they pick up 2. Now just a 4-point Denver lead. Here is Boykins. He has 6. Inside, Elson, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
How pretty was that assist from Earl Boykins?
So it's the Jazz now. Pass to Ostertag. Here's Humphries. No good on the 3. Denver leading by 6. To the left wing. Here's Boykins. Off target with his 3. Here's the Jazz with the ball. And the dunk by Humphries.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And the rejection by Collins.
Boy, you've really got to put those away, especially against soft interior defense.
And it's Ostertag with the jam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
The Nuggets with another miss. Utah is shooting it quite well in this third quarter, 53%, and the offense is rolling. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Denver in the lead. Here's Boykins, and that one drops. Boykins has got 8.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Palacio misses the 3.
And, you know, the defense to me looked like they were okay to let him prove he could make that shot.
There's 1:59 left in the third. Boykins kicks to Elson. 6 on the shot clock. Denver passing it around. Fires the 3. It's deflected.
Excellent work by Ostertag. You know, he's got great length, much longer than his 7'2" height.
The Jazz making a switch here. Williams is checked in. .146 left to play in the third. Left block shot on the way. Denver leading by 4. Johnson in the corner. Here's Hodge. He's guarded by Williams. Down low. And Nene with the stuff.
Read it perfectly and got his teammate the ball off the pick.
And it's Williams with the ball for the Jazz. And 1:01 left in the third quarter. Nene against Ostertag. Just 5 on the clock. Utah needs to get off a shot here. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Here's Boykins. Count it. Good. And now an 8-point Denver lead.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Now here's Williams. D right on him. Here's the drive. Here's Kiricek. Offline with his 3. The Nuggets shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. Hodge can't get it to go. Utah is shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. Pass to Ostertag. Williams outside. No good. Now Boykins for 3. Williams with the block. And so it's Denver holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we'll be back with you shortly. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Utah trails by 8. A 3-ball. And it's Denver with the rebound. Camby's got 5 rebounds tonight. To the inside, Martin. And finished off by Martin.
And how about the explosive leaping ability by Martin? A big-time dunker who enjoys getting this close to the basket.
Now here's Williams. Over in the corner, Kirilenko. Floats one up, and he sinks the layup.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Miller outside. Looking to get it going. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Miller does a nice job taking on the contact that time.
Shooting two.
That free throw, no good.
Well, Andre Miller is the definition of a crafty point guard. He's not the biggest, strongest, or fastest, but he can beat you with his mind.
And he sinks the second. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Utah trails by 9. Okur with the screen on Miller. Here's Williams. Martin with the block.
Got to be careful around Martin. Kenyon Martin's athleticism allows him to send shots in reverse with force.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Williams for 3. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't.
Oh, my goodness! Come on now. Martin with some extra sizzle on that slam. That dude's just showing off now.
Williams from outside. Again, the miss by Williams.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what. He's been awful ever since the second half started. Not even been a factor.
Back to Miller. Clock at 4. Three-pointer. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
Oh, great defense. They anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
The Nuggets leading by 13. Outside Anthony. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
Take it.
Oh, Clark!
Oh, my goodness! Are you kidding me? Woo-hoo!
Outside Williams. Down low. Here's Boozer, and the dunk by Boozer.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
But look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Kirilenko against Anthony. Pass to Martin. Out to the right wing. Here's Camby. That's good, and it's Miller with the assist. Miller's got his 4th assist in this one.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
The Jazz call timeout. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, DA?
Guys, during that last break, I heard what Jerry Sloan talked to his team about. Now, his tone was pretty serious. He said, you guys need to prove you're in this. No one else can do it for you. Time to pour on the gas. We'll see if that fire gets lit, guys.
Thank you, David. Utah trails by 15. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. And Williams, here we go, misses from close range.
And, you know, it's almost as if he wore himself out with that performance in the last quarter. He hasn't had nearly the same kind of energy in this one.
Softly drops in the floater. And the Nuggets lead by 17.
And that was a strong pick by Martin.
And here is Williams. And it's good for 2. Williams has got 9 points now in just the second half.
Powerfully built for a point guard. Williams can create space, get himself looks inside with that strength.
Anthony with it. Now Kirilenko defending. Pass to Camby. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Martin inside. Working on Williams. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up. So we'll see Kenyon Martin go to the line here. That's on Darren Williams.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw, no good for Martin.
And Martin seems to have his game face on all the time. Plays with a lot of ferocity. A high-flying forward who gets after it on defense.
Camby against Williams. From past the arc. Miller grabs the miss. The Nuggets leading by 17. Pass to Anthony. Anthony slamming it down.
And I think there'll be a lot of nights like this in Carmelo's future. His offensive potential is immense.
One shot.
Clark, a lot of folks are saying the NBA is getting back to being a guards league. Do you think they're right?
I'm not quite ready to go that far, Kevin. Guards certainly have an impact and influence on the game, but a dominant big man is still the primary weapon in the game and has a little more value than outstanding guard play. But it is interesting to see the NBA does have an awful lot of talent on the perimeter.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the putback.
And GA, strong work all around, and the rebound and the stuff both. Wow.
Yep, he stayed with it all the way and got his reward at the end.
Here's Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Oh, finishing with power off the drive. Anthony is dangerous when you give him that lane.
Here's Williams. Driving to the basket. It's stolen by Martin. And the Nuggets pushing it up now for the finish. Oh, and the jam by Camby.
And playing fast, he recognizes the transition opportunity and takes full advantage.
And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. Martin with the block. Miller with the ball. Williams picks him up. Pass to Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Okur the screen. To end the cold streak, and it's Darren Williams with the finish.
Tons of quickness and shiftiness off the dribble. Williams showing you what he's got.
Anthony against Kirilenko. Pass to Martin. Lets it go with a 3. They get the rebound. Miller outside. Martin with a screen on Williams. Here's Miller, and Boozer with the block, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Boozer. Here's Anthony. Finds himself wide open and drills it. And that's now 27 points for Carmelo Anthony. Utah shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. In terms of the future of the NBA, Clark, who's the face of the league? Is it Tim Duncan, winning MVP last season?
And I tell you what, the face of the league is an interesting debate to have. You could argue it could be Kobe. You talk about production, championship-level performance, and charisma. Kobe certainly looks the part. Three-time defending champ already. Shaq was Finals MVP. He's got a huge personality to match his huge game. I'd even throw in a high schooler, LeBron James. He brings some of those same elements that I highlighted in those other two guys. So Tim Duncan, production, performance, may lack the personality of the others.
Palacio, pass to Boozer. It's good. Boozer's got 10 points here in the second half.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Miles against Anthony with the floater, and Boozer with the block. Miles against Camby. Palacio from outside off the mark.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage junk there.
Anthony against Miles. Teardrop shot. Goes back up. The shot by Anthony, no good. Utah shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. It's Boozer missing.
Boy, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
Anthony with it. And we're seeing more and more high schoolers coming straight to the NBA. Some wish the league would require players, Greg, to wait a few years first. Why is that?
Kevin, I think the concern is talent evaluation. But if you give high schoolers an opportunity to compete at a higher level, scouts should have plenty to dissect.
Here's Anthony. Here's Elson. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
The Jazz shooting only 35% in the fourth quarter. The offense looking a little rickety.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Nuggets.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
Yep, but 2 more to go before the end of the season, and they'll obviously be very confident heading into those 2 games.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Carmelo Anthony.
You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Pass to Humphries. 5 to shoot. Now, here's Miles. Here's Boozer. Yep, that one goes. Boozer's got 37.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Outside Anthony. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is